Almost 22 years ago, in August 1988, 5 teams from different countries came to Australia for the first World Schools Debating Championships. And in the elegant splendour of the House of Representatives chamber of Australia's old Parliament House, Canada met Australia in the inaugural grand final. In 1993, after we'd had a championship every year, England made its first appearance in a grand final. Those 2 teams, together with Australia and the United States, have actually come to every single World Schools Debating Championships. In 1988, we had 6 teams, and I never had a chance to look out over a sea of faces of debaters, judges, coaches and managers as I look out today. As you have heard all through this week, we now have, in 2010, 57 countries taking part from every continent on the planet. This year, as you also know, we come together for the first time in the Arab-speaking world. And it's a good reminder to us that had this competition been taking place 1,000 years ago, we would, in the best traditions, as Dr. Hayat Arafi reminded us a week ago at the opening ceremony, in the best traditions of Arab culture, language, civilization and religion, would have been engaged in debate and discourse with many different countries taking part, except that it would have been in Arabic. And it's a reminder to us that the English language which we use for this championship is simply a device. It so happens that English is a language in which most people in the world can have some ability in communicating. That's why this competition is in English and for no other reason. And if any other language was to have universal acceptance, we'd have debates in that as well. In fact, debates take place around the world in many different languages. And many of you today come from countries where you have debate programs in other languages. Only last November, here in Qatar, Qatar Debate successfully launched its own Arabic debate competition. And it's a reminder, therefore, that over half the teams taking part in this competition this year come from countries where English is not the official national language. And if you're wondering whether that's an impediment, the answer is no, it's not. All of the judges would agree that we have seen some outstanding debates and some outstanding debaters from students and from teams for whom English is not the first language. And it's a humbling experience, I have to tell you, as a native English speaker, to see just how astonishingly good so many people are in what is for them a second or third or even fourth language. And lest you may think I'm just giving you kind words, one of the teams from a country for whom English is not the first language broke 4th. Then came England, and then came another team from a country where English is not the official language. A very impressive performance. But today we come to the culmination of it. After 228 first round debates, that is 684 individual mark sheets filled out by judges. After 8 octo-finals, after 4 quarter-finals, and after 2 semi-finals, it comes to just 2 teams who will be battling it out this afternoon in the Battle of Minds for the grand final of the 2010 World Schools Debating Championships. May I introduce to you first of all the proposition team making their first appearance in 22 years in this championship in the grand final, Canada. Making yet another appearance since that first appearance in 1993 in a grand final, England. And the 2 teams will of course be debating a motion, because we can't have a debate without something to talk about. And this is a motion that has a resonance and a relevance for pretty well every country around the world in the last 2 years in particular, that governments should never bail out big companies. We also have to acknowledge that